Welcome to today's custom deep dive. We have a really exciting mission for you today. We are examining some fascinating notes on Nobel Laureate Yang Chen-ning's core philosophy for learning English. Our focus. We're looking at how beginners can completely master pronunciation by treating it as a physical workout, rather than a mental test. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, it's such a radical shift in perspective. Usually when you tackle a new language, you prepare for endless grammar drills and vocabulary flashcards.
Right.
But Yang's method treats fluency more like, well, training for a marathon.
Totally. And according to these notes, the biggest hurdle, particularly for Chinese students learning English, isn't actually vocabulary. It is the physical mechanics of making the sounds.
Exactly.
I was looking through the source material, and it mentions a difference in where the languages are actually produced in the mouth. Can you break down what that means?
Sure, yeah. What's fascinating here is the sheer anatomy of it. Think of your mouth like an instrument. Chinese pronunciation primarily uses the front muscles. You are using your lips, your teeth, and the very tip of your tongue to make those crisp, precise syllables.
Just right up at the front.
Right. But English pronunciation is fundamentally different. It relies heavily on vocal organs located much further back in the mouth and down in the throat. It resonates deeper.
So for you listening, the crucial takeaway is learning to shift the center of gravity of your pronunciation. You have to literally move the physical effort from the front of your face to the back of your throat.
Yes.
I actually tried this earlier today after reading the notes. I forced my voice into the back of my throat like a cartoon villain, and it feels completely bizarre at first.
Oh, I bet. It feels strange because you are quite literally using neglected muscles. If you try to speak English using the front-heavy Chinese center of gravity, it feels exhausting and sounds choppy. Shifting that center to the back gives English its natural rolling rhythm.
Which brings us to Yang's ultimate hack for making that shift permanent, especially for beginners. He suggests reading aloud for just 3 to 4 minutes a day. That seems almost too short to be effective. Why does just 3 minutes make such a massive difference?
Because you aren't just memorizing words on a page. You are building physical muscle memory. Speaking requires intense, rapid coordination of your lips, tongue, and throat. Reading aloud daily forces those specific English muscles to fire. It trains them to hold that new, deeper center of gravity.
Wow.
Over time, that repetitive physical action embeds the words into your long-term memory far better than silent reading ever could.
That completely reframes how I look at language, and there is this huge aha moment in the notes for me regarding grammar.
Oh yeah, the pronunciation link.
Exactly. It claims that a lot of those frustrating English grammar rules, like having to say I am instead of I is, actually exist just to make the pronunciation physically smoother. How does that actually work mechanically?
Let's visualize the mouth movement. Say the word I. Your mouth opens wide for the ah sound, and then your tongue moves up for the e sound. If you try to say I is right after that, you have to awkwardly reset your jaw and tongue to make the short I sound.
Right, it stops.
It is clunky. It abruptly stops the airflow. But if you say I am, your lips naturally close from the I straight into the M. The grammar rule essentially evolved to fit the physical glide of the human mouth.
That is brilliant. The grammar is just following the path of least physical resistance. When you read aloud consistently, your mouth just learns what flows better. So, practically speaking, the notes mention using a mirror while doing this 3-minute reading. What exactly are we looking for there?
You are acting as your own coach. When you look in the mirror, you need to actively observe your mouth shape and your facial expressions. Are your lips too tight? Is your jaw relaxed? Visual feedback is crucial because what feels right to a beginner often looks completely wrong in reality.
And to pair with that visual feedback, the sources heavily emphasize an audio component, recording your daily reading sessions.
It is undeniably the best way to track your progress. If you record yourself on day 1 and then listen back to it a month later alongside a new recording, you get immediate objective feedback on your habits. Hearing that tangible improvement provides massive positive reinforcement.
It keeps you motivated to stick with the physical workout. The notes also mention a real-time correction tool, instant imitation.
Right. Whenever you hear someone else speak English, maybe on a show or in a movie, immediately repeat what they said out loud. You are training your ear to hear their deeper center of gravity and simultaneously forcing your mouth to match it in real time.
It is such a practical, hands-on approach, and as you try this out, a quick reminder on your mindset: do not fear making mistakes. And please don't stress about faking a flashy accent. Your ultimate goal here is economical, clear, and concise communication. So what does this all mean? It means consistency is your greatest asset. Just 1 month of 3-minute daily practice can yield completely transformational results for your fluency.
It really changes how we view education as a whole. This raises an important question to leave you with today. If mastering a complex language ultimately boils down to training physical muscle memory, what other intellectual challenges in your life are actually just physical habits waiting to be properly exercised?